You need to be very much aware that when you go and pitch to new candidates, you're selling the future, but they need to work with the present.
Building a brand takes time to hit all the touch points across the employee journey or the customer journey as well. I mean, how do you influence or build an authentic brand when you have very limited time to make an impression? And especially maybe when even leadership is expecting quick results.
You need to start by defining exactly what you're selling. So again, a startup, for example, is a company that is working to solving a problem where a solution is not obvious, success is not guaranteed. When people join your company, they actually forego the stability in exchange for the promise of tremendous growth or excitement of making immediate impact. You need to decide, again, depending which stage of your company you're going to use different tools. At the beginning, your employer brand in a startup will be driven by the founder's personal brand. Then it's going to be the product. And then you move to company behavior. So depending which stage you are, you need to be very mindful of this, because it gets very fast from being reliant solely on the founder's brand and the product to actually having to sell the culture. So that's why employer branding for every startup needs to work in conjunction with the culture, not necessarily as a function, but whatever employer branding sells, employer branding sells what you produce internally. So what are you producing internally by hiring different types of people? And you need to be very much aware that when you go and pitch to new candidates, you're selling the future, but they need to work with the present. So how does the present look like? And maybe it sounds a bit abstract, but about 82% of the people that come into your company, they're buying into your behavior, actually, which is something that can either, it secures their growth or gives them a bit of hope that they can actually work with you on the long run. When it comes to recruitment marketing and employer branding for smaller companies, don't go big. Just stay a bit closer to home and try to be authentic. It's more of a iterative process that you have to go through rather than just try and define and label yourself from the beginning and think, okay, so I know what I am, I'm going to work with this for 3 years in a row. It's not. It's something that requires constant attention. When do I need to start? Well, once you finish hiring all your friends and family and people who are your fans and your ideas, basically that's when you start your employer branding journey.